This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge, top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high schools. Now, here's the woman with the questions, Donna Rush.
Everybody, welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. I'm Donna Rush, and over the next half hour, you're going to see some of Houston's brightest students battling it out. The two teams that we have today are James Taylor and Spring High School. And before we begin with our warm-up round, we want to explain some of the tones that you'll be hearing during this game. This sound means that an answer is correct. This means it's incorrect. And this will signal the end of a quarter or the end of the game. Okay, let's begin our warm-up round with a 5-point question. Describe the intersection in space of 3 planes, none of which is parallel to any axis.
Taylor, encore. Point.
For 5 points. This one for 10 points. Despite his many occupations, interests, and achievements, Benjamin Franklin was proudest of his profession as an inventor, politician, printer, scientist, or writer.
Spring, Amy.
Printer. Correct. For 5 points. Spell the heteronym that can mean either one strong suit or in music an instruction to play loudly.
Spring, Amit. F-O-R-T-E.
Forte, correct. And for 10 points, what saying meaning to trifle during an emergency or crisis alludes to an emperor who played his musical instrument?
Spring, Andrew.
To fiddle while the city burns.
More specific? A chance for James Taylor?
Taylor, Bridget.
To fiddle while Rome burns?
That is correct. This is a visual 5-point question for you students, so please take a look at your monitor in Houston's 2 studio. Identify this pest.
Taylor, Rick.
A mosquito?
Correct for 5 points. Here's another 5-point question for you. On December 29th, Brazil's President Fernando Collor de Mello resigned his position in order to avoid what process?
Taylor, encore.
Impeachment?
For 5 points. A misplaced decimal point in a set of published food tables in 1870 is behind the misconception that which green vegetable contains amazing amounts of iron?
Taylor, Rick.
Spinach?
Correct. For 10 points. The Toxic Substances Control Act was passed by Congress in 1976. It is popularly known by the name of what operatic heroine?
Taylor, encore.
LSD?
A chance for Spring.
Spring, Amit.
Isolde?
You're looking for Tosca. T-O-S-C-A, Tosca. Here's another 5-pointer for you. Identify the foliage term for the additional sections of a table top used to
Taylor, Bridget.
Leaves.
Correct. And here's a 10-point audio question for you, so listen carefully. In what year was this statement made?
Are you better off than you were?
Spring, Amit.
1980?
Correct, for 10 points. Here's another 10-pointer for you. On a car, the distance between the front and rear axles is called what?
Taylor, encore.
Wheelbase?
Correct. Now we have a celebrity questioner for you right now, so take a look at your monitor in Houston's 2 studio.
Hello, I'm Pastor James Dixon of the Northwest Community Church. I've got a good question for you. Name the book of the Bible that includes the following lines, quote, "Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away, for lo, the winter's past, the rain is over and gone." Close.
Taylor, Bridget.
Song of Solomon?
That is correct. I almost gave that question to you for him, didn't I? But we appreciate that celebrity. And now for 10 points. In what popular short story by what American author do we read this sentence? The dominant spirit, however, which haunts this enchanted region and seems to be the commander-in-chief of all the powers of the air, is the apparition of a figure on horseback without a head.
Taylor, Rick.
Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving?
That is correct. For 10 points. The timberline would be at the lowest elevation at the latitudes around which of the following cities? Quito, Ecuador, Nome, Alaska, Denver, Colorado, La Paz, Bolivia, or Mexico City, Mexico?
Spring, Andrew.
Mexico City.
James Taylor?
Taylor, Rick.
Quito, Ecuador.
Nome, Alaska is what we're looking for. And for 10 points, another visual for you, so take a look at your monitor in Houston's 2 studio. This painting is entitled Sunset, Costco Bay. The almost translucent quality of the work should give you a clue as to the medium the artist used.
Taylor, Bridget.
Watercolors.
Correct. That is the medium used in that painting. And for 10 points, what's the only great ape found in Asia?
Taylor, Bridget.
The orangutan.
Correct. For 10 points. And that marks the end of our warm-up round. But stay with us. When we come back, we'll take a look at that scoreboard, see how the teams are doing on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to begin our bonus round, but before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Right now, it's James Taylor with 85 points and Spring High School with 25. A lot of games still left. We're going to do that bonus round, but before we do, we want to introduce our players to you. First, we're going to begin with Spring High School, and the captain is Andrew Shoup. He's a senior and a National Merit semifinalist, trombone section leader in Spring High School Band. Amy Miller is a senior. She's a drill team member and a member of the Texas Association of Future Educators and member of the National and Spanish Honor Societies. Adila Gill is a senior, president of the Junior Engineering Technical Society and member of the National Honor and Spanish Society as well. Amit Kurlikar is a junior. He is the secretary of the National Forensic League and member of the National Honor Society. The coaches are Vivian Jones and Jan Hargrave. That is the team from Spring High School. And on the top here is James Taylor High School. Rick Zoffer is a senior. He is a seasoned debater and National Honor Society parliamentarian. He is also vice president of Amnesty International and the Politics Club. Bridget Spackman is a junior and a member of the newspaper staff, Junior Thespians, and the German Club. Reggie Sony is a sophomore and a member of Amnesty International, the Politics Club, and the debate team. Ankur Kamdar is a senior and vice president of Mu Alpha Theta. He is also a member of the Politics Club and a National Merit Commended student. Alternates are Andrew Chang and Astra Mizra. Coaches are Peggy Schneider and Shirley Koss. That is a team from James Taylor. We also want to introduce our judges for you today. To your left is Professor Tom Hudson with the Department of Physics from the University of Houston, and also Mike Massandria, Director of Score Unlimited and the Chief Judge of the Texaco Star National Academic Championship. So let's give them a hand. We're now going to begin our bonus round, teams. How this works is the first one to answer a toss-up question will then have the opportunity to answer up to 4 bonus questions. Right now, you're playing for a bonus in a category called second. Here is your question worth 10 points. What human body function can generate speeds up to 100 miles?
Taylor, encore.
Sneeze.
That is correct, up to 100 miles per hour. Now we're going to go into the bonus round. And you can get up to 50 points on this. The category is second for 5 points. In which country was the Second Battle of the Marne fought in 1918?
France. Belgium.
France is the answer. And I heard that up there from someone, but we're going to go back now to a toss-up question. All right, this one worth 10 points for you. Persistence of Memory is Salvador Dali's best-known surrealist painting. What household item is pictured?
Spring, Amit.
Clock.
A clock is correct. Now we're going to play for bonus questions in the category of vocabulary for 5 points. This adjective meaning delectable may be an alternate of sumptuous. What's the word? Alternate of sumptuous.
Tasty.
Scrumptious is what we're looking for. Scrumptious. Let's go to another toss-up question, teams, for 10 points. Except for the skin, the nectarine, and which other fruit are essentially the same?
Taylor, Rick.
The tangerine.
Spring, Adila.
That is correct. Let's try now for those bonus questions. The 5th century BC writer Herodotus is often described as the first great prose writer in European literature. Answer these questions about him. For 5 points, what word meaning researches or inquires before Herodotus' time did the Greek author first use in its present-day meaning of a chronological record of past events?
Anal.
History is what we're looking for. History. Let's try another toss-up question for 10 points. This is a music one, so listen carefully. They were way ahead of their time when they produced this album in 1967, and they're still touring successfully in 1993. Listen to this selection and name the band.
Taylor, encore.
Grateful Dead.
Dance the Spring. I know it sounds familiar, but you're just not sure, right? Is the Moody Blues. That's the group, the Moody Blues. Let's try another toss-up question worth 5 points. What best-selling author was the naval historian for part of the South Pacific during World War II?
Spring, Amit.
Tom Clancy.
James Taylor?
In Time, Bridget.
Norman Schwarzkopf.
James Michener is who we're looking for. Another toss-up worth 10 points. Chlorophyll is primarily composed of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. It also contains 2 other kinds of atoms. One, which occurs in many such compounds. The other, almost unique to chlorophyll. Name either one of them.
Spring, Andrew.
Nitrogen.
Correct, and magnesium was the other one. So let's go to our bonus category. Name the 4 operas of Wagner's Der
Wagner.
Ring. Pardon me?
Of Wagner.
Of Wagner's Der Ring des Nibelungen. Is that correct, Judge? Thank you. You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're incorrect. Fire when ready.
Ride of the Valkyries.
Got 5 points.
Okay, got 5 points on that one. We will just... And that marks the end of our bonus round. When we come back, we'll take a look at that scoreboard, and we'll also go into a category round in which the students will have the opportunity to choose from world geography, world history, world records, and world leaders. Stay with us on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Challenge. We're about to head into round 3, our 60-second round. But first, let's take a look at that scoreboard. Right now, it's James Taylor at 95 and Spring at 60, and still half of the game to go. Let's see how they do in our 60-second round. Before we begin, we would like to let you know that all the questions for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are written by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Let's begin our 60-second round, and we're going to allow Spring a chance to catch up here and get to choose a category first. What would you like?
World geography.
World geography. You will now have 60 seconds to answer as many, up to 10 questions as you can in that time period. Judges, let the clock begin. The name of this body of water means in the middle of land. It borders the shores of
Mediterranean Sea.
Europe. Which is the westernmost province of Canada?
British Columbia.
What is the longest mountain chain on any continent?
The Andes, Rocky Mountains.
The Malay Peninsula is located on which continent?
Asia.
On which continent are there more world powers than on any other continent?
Europe.
From Madagascar, in what direction would you travel to reach Australia?
East.
About 2/3 of the world's supply of fresh water is locked up on what continent?
North America.
Identify the largest island of French Polynesia.
Indonesia.
Of what larger body of water is the Bay of Fundy a part? All right, and the number of points
They
garnered?
got 60 points.
60 points for Spring. Now, James Taylor has the opportunity to answer 3 questions. The first, about 2/3 of the world's supply of fresh water is locked up on what continent?
Antarctica,
Correct. Identify the largest island of French Polynesia.
Papua New Guinea,
Tahiti is what we're looking for. Of what larger body of water is the Bay of Fundy a part?
Pacific Ocean,
The Atlantic is what we're looking for, but you did get 10 extra points, and now it's your opportunity to choose a category.
world leaders, please.
That'll be world leaders for James Taylor. I'll have the world leader, and you identify both his title and his country. Judges, let the clock begin. John Major,
Prime Minister Britain,
Lech Walesa,
Prime Minister Poland.
Prime Minister Poland,
Ryan Mulroney,
Prime Minister Canada,
Boris Yeltsin,
President Russia,
Helmut Kohl,
Chancellor Germany,
Carlos Salinas de Gortari,
President Mexico,
Yitzhak Rabin,
Prime Minister Israel,
Violeta Chamorro,
President Nicaragua,
Kim Il-sung,
President South Korea,
Guillermo Endara,
President Argentina.
They got
Okay,
60 points.
60 points, and now Spring has the opportunity to answer 4 questions. The first, Lech Walesa,
President of Poland.
Yitzhak Rabin,
President of Israel.
Kim Il-sung,
President of North Korea.
very good, and Guillermo Endara.
President of Colombia.
Panama's president is what we're looking for, but you did rack up 30 extra points. And that marks the end of the 60-second round. Stay with us, and we'll go into our 4th round and final round, Stump the Experts, where the questions get even more difficult here on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to head into our 4th and final round, and what a game. Look at this scoreboard. Only a 15-point difference. James Taylor now at 165, Spring at 150. So let's begin our Stump the Experts round. Now, these questions are a little more difficult, so they are worth 15 and 20 points apiece. Let's begin with a 15-point question, and this is a visual, so take a look at your monitors in the studio of Houston's Tube. Known as the Lady of Charm and Beautiful of Face, her 3,000-year-old tomb discovered...
Taylor, Bridget.
Queen Nefertiti.
Correct for 15 points. For another 15 points, St. Patrick's Day is both a holy day and a festive day. 1737 was the year of its first observance in the United States. In which American city was it first observed?
Taylor, Bridget.
New York.
Chance for Spring. Was it first observed?
Spring, Andrew.
Boston.
Correct. For 20 points. Now, I'm going to get your pencils out for this one, a math question. A can has the greatest capacity for a fixed amount of metal if its diameter is made equal to its height. If such a can is to hold 6,280 centimeters cubed, what should its height and diameter be? If such a can is to hold 6,280 centimeters cubed, what should its height and diameter be? We'll allow a few seconds for these students to figure out this math question. The height and diameter. Okay, the height would be 20 centimeters, the diameter 20 centimeters. And 15-point question. Vibrato is Italian for vibrating. What is the Italian word for trembling?
Spring, Amit.
Tremolo is what we're looking for.
Okay, go on, Donna. It should have
Okay.
gone to Taylor, but that's okay.
That's correct. I apologize for that one. Let's go to a 20-point question for you, however. To what sport did aficionado originally refer?
Taylor, Bridget.
Bullfighting.
Right, for 20 points. Another 20-point for you. This is a musical, so listen carefully. This historic recording brought together perhaps the 3 greatest tenors of today.
Taylor, Reggie.
Carreras,
Pavarotti, and Domingo.
You just needed 2 of the 3, but you are off correct on all 3. Congratulations. Here's a 15-point question for you. In what year were the federal offices moved from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C., the new capital?
Spring, Amit.
1798.
Taylor, Rick.
1800.
Correct. Now for 20 points. On which date in 1776 was the official signing ceremony of the Declaration of Independence by the colonial delegation in Philadelphia?
Taylor, Rick.
July 5th.
Chance for Spring.
Spring, Andrew.
July 1st.
Actually, it was August 2nd. Only 2 men, the President and the Secretary of the Continental Congress, signed on July 4th. And that copy was lost, by the way. For 15 points, journalist Eric Severide said this about one of his colleagues upon his death. He was a shooting star. We shall live in his afterglow a very long time. We shall not see his likes again. Who was this newsman who produced the program See It Now in 1951?
Taylor, Reggie.
Murrah.
Correct, Edward R. Murrah. For 20 points, in the book of Acts, who were the 2 apostles arrested and jailed by the Sadducees for swearing that Jesus had risen from the dead?
Taylor, Bridget.
Peter and Paul.
Chance for Spring.
Spring, Andrew.
Paul and Simon.
Peter and John. For 20 points, here's a visual. Take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2. Look at this self-portrait called Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man and tell me who created it.
Taylor, Bridget.
Rembrandt.
Chance for Spring.
Spring, Andrew.
Da Vinci.
Albrecht Dürer, who we're looking for. For 20 points. Turkish citizens in Germany currently number 1.5 million. They were originally invited by the German government following World War II as gastarbeiters to help with the post-war economic boom. Translate gastarbeiters.
Taylor, Bridget.
Guest workers.
That is correct. For 15 points, what legal term is used to refer to the act of maliciously injuring the reputation or good name?
Spring, Andrew.
Slander.
The good name.
Taylor, Reggie.
Ad hominem.
What we're looking for, the name of another person through libel and slander, and it's defamation. Defamation of character. For 20 points, Aeschylus wrote Prometheus Bound. Percy Shelley wrote Prometheus Unbound. Who wrote a work whose alternate title was the modern Prometheus?
Taylor, Rick.
James Joyce.
Chance for Spring. Mary Shelley is who we were looking for. Now for 15 points. Complete the following analogy by supplying the one missing word. Hyperbolic functions are to exponential functions as inverse hyperbolic functions are to blank functions.
Spring, Andrew.
Logarithmic.
Correct for 15 points. And here's a music question for you worth 15 points. Listen to the opening movement from one of Brahms' symphonies and tell me from which of its symphonies it is taken.
Spring, Andrew.
Number 4.
Chance for James Taylor.
Taylor, Rick.
Number 5.
It is the third. Good guess, everyone, but it's the third. Now for 15 points. What do we call the document given to a serviceman on his dismissal from or quitting of military service?
Taylor, Rick.
Discharge.
Correct. For 20 points. What sports event boasts the world's largest live audience along its path?
2 minutes left. Taylor, Rick.
The Tour de France.
Correct. 10 million people for over a month in that one. For 15 points. The dunes at White Sands National Monument in New Mexico are composed of hydrated calcium sulfate, also known as what?
Taylor, Bridget.
Gypsum.
Correct. For 15 points. There are 2 whale groups, the Mystaceti and the Adoniceti. What marks them as different?
Spring, Amit.
Whether they have baleen or teeth.
Okay, the teeth is what we're looking for.
Correct, the teeth. For 15 points. Which of the following was not an Eastern European composer? Dvorak, Sibelius, Prokofiev, Bartok, or Chopin?
Taylor, encore.
Sibelius.
That is correct. And for 20 points. A cenotaph is a particular kind of burial monument. Explain what kind of monument it is.
Taylor, Reggie.
It's above ground.
Chance for Spring. It is above ground, but it's erected for a person who is actually buried at another location. For 15 points, this type of cowboy takes a green group of cowhands, prepares them for the drive, and then leaves it. Give me this two-word expression.
Spring, Amit.
Trail master.
Taylor, Rick.
Trail boss.
Correct. Trail boss. For 20 points, who presented a 246-page prepared statement to the Senate Watergate Committee, taking 6 hours to read it?
Taylor, encore.
Jaworski.
Chance for Spring.
Spring, Andrew.
Cox.
John Dean is who we were looking for. Now, and that marks the end of the game. Judges, is the score correct? All right, take a look at our score. James Taylor, 350. Spring, 195. Congratulations to both teams for a job very well done. Be sure and join us again next week for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We'll have 2 more competitive teams for you, Clearbrook and Memorial, right here on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Bye-bye.
Next Saturday morning, Teens on TV goes on the road with a live broadcast from the Houston Children's Festival. Don't let the name fool you. It's going to be fun for all ages, so make plans to join Tiff and E.G. at 10:30 at Greenway Plaza Park for Teens on TV Live. Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston-area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.